Guys, what's going on? Welcome into the stream and happy Thursday to you. Lot to jump into today for the next hour, guys. Placing a lot of bets, looking for a lot of NHL anytime goal scorers. I'm going to be canvassing the NBA market to look for some great player prop plays. A little bit of college hoops going on as well. I am back in my home state of Pennsylvania, so that's why the background looks a little bit different. We're going to start off with DFS. For those of you that don't know, DFS is not available in Pennsylvania. So instead of me sharing links from PrizePicks and Underdog and Better, I'm just going to be able to kind of show the tools and kind of go through the plays that I would take, because I'm not going to be able to share the links with you guys. But being back in Pennsylvania means that I have access to ProfitX and NoVig. So we're going to be hitting up a lot of plays on the exchanges. Been dropping some videos recently on my channel, OddsJam's channel, talking about how we want to attack the prediction markets and the exchanges. So this is going to be a great stream that we're going to be having a lot of activity on ProfitX and NoVig. We'll take a look over at Kalshi as well. But happy to be back, and so we're going to kind of just minimize myself here and put myself up in the normal top right-hand corner. Welcome in, though, to the stream, guys, and we're first going to start off looking at the EV tool over here. And we are going to be looking at the DFS book. So let me go ahead and refresh this page. And obviously, look, we're DVIGing the Pinnacle right now. So we have a lot of value on Better. And so what I would say is definitely, if you have one of the discounts, use one of your discounts with Better. Any four of these plays right here, Goodwin, Thompson, Wiggins, Thompson again, Klay Thompson, Amon Thompson, guys. Feel free to add these. If you're just looking for a better slip, a three-pick slip, all four of these plays I would definitely add to my slip. So, yeah, this is kind of the best that I can obviously offer you guys right now for DFS is just kind of pause and let you guys chill here for a minute. And if you guys want to grab these plays, go ahead and grab them. No doubt about that. Let me know in the chat for any DGens, OGs, if you can hear me okay, if the stream is going okay. Obviously, being here in Pennsylvania, I'm not, I'm not in my home court, right? I'm away. So let me know if everything's kind of flowing all right. Well, Bo, what's going on, man? Appreciate that. Yeah, back here in Pennsylvania, we definitely have some snow on the ground. It's definitely cold, but it's nice to get a little bit of cold weather. Get a little bit of that winter feel. Definitely appreciate Arizona. So let me see if we can find anything else on parlay play. A lot of better value here, guys. This Shea Theodore play, we could pair this up on parlay play with LeBron. Ton of better value. And we'll look to see if we can find a third pick for parlay play at all. Anything? Yeah. So if you guys wanted to take Champagny, so this is for my parlay play people. Champagny under on points, right? So I'll just type this in the chat for anyone here for this parlay play slip. Make it a little bit easier. So we got Champagny, 12.5 points. We have, looks like Theodore over on points. And then we got what? LeBron over 23.5 points. That's the parlay play slip. That's about as best as I could do at the moment. We're not going to type out every single one of these, but for my parlay play people, that's what's up. Obviously, a ton of better value. If for my underdog people, I would say take Thompson under on his points. Take LaMelo over on his points, rebounds, and assists. Trent, what's going on? What's going on? And then I would take Champagny as well. The Champagny play's not great at minus 119. It's like okay. It's all right. But I definitely like the LaMelo Ball over and then the Klay Thompson under, for sure. So, pros and cons, right? Arizona has a lot of DFS books, but they don't have the exchanges. They only have 4CX. Pennsylvania, you can't play any DFS, but you have ProfitX and NoVig. Honestly, if I had to choose one or the other, I would probably now prefer Pennsylvania. When I originally moved to Arizona last April, the exchanges, ProfitX and NoVig, were still alive and well in Arizona. But unfortunately, Arizona's kind of changed its laws a little bit over the last 8 months. So the exchanges are no longer available in AZ. But back in the day, Arizona was like a top, I'd say top 5 state for sports betting. With the exchanges and all the DFS, it was fantastic. Really, once we get, like I said, to this Andriva play, I would say anything below this I'm not super excited about. That's why I talked about the Champagne plays like, okay, it's not really all that great. So Andriva under on her games 1. This is a new market that's come out on PrizePicks, guys. I think that you can find a lot of success DVigging the Pinnacle, betting this on PrizePicks. So we've seen this already on slips before. Again, we're dealing with 3-leg parlays unless you like to play 5 or 6-man parlays. So you're going to run into a lot of variance, but I'm totally cool with this. So for those of you that are just tuning in, welcome in. I am back in Pennsylvania for about the next 10 days. Chilling, just catching up with friends and family. One of the beautiful things that I'm so blessed to have with my job is I can work remotely. So I do try to, mix in some trips back home from time to time. If we DVig to FanDuel, guys, these would be some of the top plays. Again, a lot of discounts on bettors, so if you're looking to use some of those discounts, I never have an issue using FanDuel or Pinnacle as the sharp when we're looking at NBA player props. So yeah, back in Pennsylvania and going to be here for the next 10 days. Dropped a video on the channel yesterday, guys, talking on this YouTube channel, talking about prediction markets and why I feel we are truly in a gold rush right now. Today on one of OddsJam's YouTube channels, I dropped a video going over the 3 best strategies that I use to take advantage of prediction markets. So for those of you that want to check out some of the content, I'll drop some links in here right now so that you can take a look. So first, this was the video that I dropped yesterday on the channel. Obviously, I'm kind of really leaning into prediction markets. Let me know if you guys are feeling it. Irish, what's going on? So this is the first video. It's in the chat here if you guys want to check it out, talking about prediction markets. The video that just dropped today on my 3 favorite strategies. It's on my homepage on X, but I will also drop that here as well so that you guys can check this out as well. These are strategies that I use every day, and I'm definitely going to be using them more, especially this second link to the video. That's going to be the top 3 strategies, something I'm going to use a lot more now that I have ProfitX and NoVig back here available to me. So check those out. Obviously, I really value your feedback. If you think the video is great, tell me why it's great. If you think it sucks, tell me why it sucks. Tell me why it sucks and tell me what else you would like to see differently. If you have video ideas, right? You guys, especially the ones that are in the streams right now, you're the core audience. You're definitely the core audience. So I want to make sure that we're finding and making content that is something that's enjoyable to you. Let's take a look at PrizePicks. This is just 5- and 6-man entries. Again, anything that's below minus, if this is minus 129, a 3-man slip, guys, you're getting this at minus 122. So this Collier play is very good for PrizePicks. You can make a 3-pick slip right here with Collier, Marcus Smart, and Okonkwo. 3 good plays right here. This Derek White play not really would be eligible for me, but a 3-pick slip on PrizePicks would be these 3 picks. This is DVigging to FanDuel. So we're definitely going to be making, I would say, over the next probably 30 to 60 days, more content based on prediction markets to try to definitely help you guys navigate these different strategies, different things coming up with, there's definitely going to be a video, guys, in the pipeline talking about how, you can buy a play on a prediction market at this price and then maybe sell it later for a profit, kind of like an arbitrage type strategy. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out to start 2026 talking about prediction markets. Antoine, what's going on? 49ers faithful, evening to you. Irish, if I didn't say what's up, what's up? And so, yeah, nice to be back here in PA. So that would be a 3-pick slip, guys, on PrizePicks that I would definitely hit up. Let's take a look at Underdog, see if we got any Underdog 3-pick value. Just 2 results here at the moment. And slim value here, but you can take this. Again, Marcus Smart over 8.5 points. Drew Holiday under on his PRA. Slim value here. And then let's see if we DVig to Pinnacle, if we can find a 3rd pick. Yeah, you could take LaMelo over on his PRA. So take Marcus Smart over on his PRA. Marcus Smart over on his points. Drew Holiday under on his PRA. LaMelo over on his PRA. That would be a 3-pick slip on Underdog. for my DraftKings Picks 6 people. Again, couple of sports books here, guys. A couple of rec books I'm not going to be able to use at the moment, but some of them we're going to be able to use. Very excited. So one of the Canby sports books that I am going to be able to use now that I'm back in Pennsylvania is Sugar House, right? The beautiful thing with Arizona and Pennsylvania is that each state has 3 separate Canby sports books. For Arizona, it's Bet Rivers, it's Ballybet, and it's Desert Diamond. Here in Pennsylvania, you can use Bet Rivers, Sugar House, which is the Philadelphia version of Bet Rivers, and then Bet Parks. So, and I'm limited on Sugar House on my personal account, but it's not too bad. They're still pretty fair with me. So we're going to be using that a lot. There's going to be a lot of ProfitX and no vig betting. There's going to be some FanDuel as well. We'll try to hit up some Onyx. But yeah, kind of the most of the same. Not a bad trade-off here in PA. I actually do have access to Fliff and Rebet out here. But I have to kind of get those. I kind of forgot to fire those accounts up. Because honestly, I don't know. I'm sure there's more value on Rebet than Fliff. For any Fliff or Rebet users, you can tell me otherwise. But obviously, I haven't been using them at all in Arizona. If we're looking at Fliff at the moment, definitely this play right here on Shelton and Humbert. This isn't until Saturday, guys. But this is a great play compared to Pinnacle. Honestly, it's way better if you bet this on DraftKings. Again, I don't know how many people are betting, on a tennis match. Today's Thursday. This is for Saturday evening. This is a niche market. No doubt you have an edge on this play on Fliff or on DraftKings. It's not bad on MGM. It's not great. But again, for account health, I don't know if I would want to place this. Same can be said with, Chinese basketball first half money lines. Obviously, a pretty big scandal that just got dropped with college hoops. And speaking of Chinese basketball, with some of the smaller schools implicated, which I still have to read the rest of the story. Very interesting, though, to hear. Let's take a look at Rebet and see what we got. Thanks, Anton. I mean, some of the videos. I mean, the one that we dropped today is trying to provide you guys an actual viable strategy, right? Some of the videos early on are just kind of, the one that I dropped yesterday on my channel and on OddsJam's channel last week. It's just explained to you a little bit more about how prediction markets work. But there's definitely going to be a push for me to try to provide you guys different strategies that you can use right now on the prediction markets. And that's what that video that was dropped on OddsJam's channel aims to do, which is talk about how you, all right, like that's great, Billy. Like prediction markets are here. Who gives a shit? Tell me actually, like, what should I be doing? And so I'm trying to provide some different strategies there, and there'll be more coming up down the road for sure. Let's take a look here on the minimum data points and take a look. Okay, so like not really anything I see because I don't see much here with Pinnacle's odds. Also, for my Dabble users, don't want to forget about Dabble, which is now available in Arizona. So when I get back to Arizona in like a week and a half, I'll be back hitting up Dabble a little bit harder for sure. But probably that's the biggest thing that I've missed moving to Arizona is that now that the exchanges are no longer available there, it's really great to come. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come back home for so long was to just have access to no vig and ProfitX for an extended period of time. It's really, really nice. We have so many NHL games going on tonight, guys. So we definitely want to take a look at that because there's a lot of good stuff going on. We just got main markets and player props selected. Let's select all the books for today. Sharp Money Tool, Islanders on the money line. This is a new book that was added to OddsJam's ecosystem called Team Mexico. So I don't know if you have to be in Mexico to bet on this, but I would imagine that's probably the case. But if you wanted to bet this also on the Canby Sportsbooks, you can see that Islanders money line plays down here. Now, Pinnacle's taking $5,000 on this play. Circa's taking a lot more, guys. Remember, I deem whatever sports book is taking the most amount of money, that's who I want to lean on as my sharp book. So Circa's taking $16K on the Oilers, $10K on the Islanders. Pinnacle's only taking $5K for each. So, Circa's taking double the amount on the Islanders, and they're taking 3 times the amount of money on the Oilers. Now, again, you want to open up Bookmaker to kind of see what they have going on, but definitely check that out. Thanks, Saints fan. Yeah, I appreciate that. And for those of you that just haven't maybe gotten around to it, You guys definitely, if you live in a state that doesn't have a lot of sports books available to you, you live in a Georgia, you live in a Florida, you live in a California, you definitely want to sign up with Kalshi Poly Market. You definitely want to have one of those books available to you because you're going to be able to find a lot of utility. There's a, as we start to go to this prediction markets, guys, I'm not going to lie, it's really changed. The landscape is not so much now being a sharp sports bettor. It's low key, like you need to know a little bit about trading just to make sure that you're executing everything correctly. Let's go down here and take a look at the PJ Washington play. This is really only a Sports Zeno play, so I don't really care about that. Chet Holmgren on the blocks. Again, this is it's not bad. It's okay. So again, on the video that was released earlier today, I talked about betting a player prop range within 5 to 10 cents of where this bettor wants it at. So this person's offering it at minus 115. That means they want the opposite. They want plus 115. Well, I would imagine 98% of you on this stream are very limited on Sports Zeno. So what's your next best option? Well, your next best option is either plus 105 on MGM or plus 104 on FanDuel. Now, I'm willing, this is 11 cents off the price. That's okay, right? It's all right. I don't want to maybe go 15 cents off the price, but if you want to bet this on FanDuel, Holmgren under on his blocks, I don't know how many people are betting player blocks at minus 150 for $6,000. This is a lot of money for a niche player prop market. So my belief is that this is a professional bettor. But feel free if you're in the camp of, hey Billy, I hear you, but I don't believe that to be true. I think you can get, if you think you can get swindled, then the sharp money tool, this whole strategy that we're talking about, just stay away from it altogether. No hard feelings at all. Totally understand. There is a fundamental belief because we don't know what user is posting this liquidity. We have no idea to the insight, right? And that's the difficult part. That's the real big leap of faith that you're taking with this tool, is that you believe that this isn't just some schmuck posting almost $6,000 on Al Horford on his threes. You believe that this is some type of an originator that has a model, or it's a sharp bettor that just beats the books regularly, and so they have to go over to no vig to get down this type of liquidity. Jacob Chikrin over his shots on goal. Somebody wants this at minus 162 odds. They've posted $5,500. So this person wants this at minus 162. You can bet this at minus 160 over at Pinnacle, right? DraftKings is minus 154. Obviously I would not bet this on ProfitX or no vig. But you know what? DraftKings, yep. Canby, yep. Hard Rock, yep. Fanatics, The Score, Bovada, BetMGM, yes sir. Props Builder, probably not. Probably not. But there's enough of options, in my opinion, that you could bet this elsewhere. Bet 105, I don't see them that yet. But hopefully this is enough options for you guys to get some money down, right? And even if you can only get $15 down on MGM, and you can get $15 down at all these books that you're limited on, that's still better than, than nothing. So that would be something I would tell you. There you go, Anton. There you go, man. He says, I fund my bankroll stock options profit, so I'm all about some trading. And the reason I just kind of mention that is because it seems to be that's where we're going with this. Let's get off this Chikrin play. Let's take a look at maybe Kevin Love, where you have to kind of know at least how to navigate Kalshi and Poly market. I don't think they'll ever get to a point, guys, where you're going to see them actually post like American fractional decimal odds, because then that's a sports book, right? So in order for them to kind of to legally, operate in this gray area, they have to operate in that that buying yes, buying no options kind of world. And so you need to be up to speed so that you know how the hell to even use this, right? But there's definitely going to be some strategies down the road, like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the stream, guys, where we're going to look to get in early in the morning, try to buy some positions to then sell those positions later in the day, right? And that's something that I'm currently working on and looking to cook up a video within the next week or two to provide that to you guys. So I definitely want to post this at least to the OGs and DGens, because you guys, like I said, you guys are in here every day. I really value your feedback in terms of what you like to see. And so, all right, so I'd love to hear from the OGs and DGens. Do you want more exchange / prediction market content? Want to hear, just yes or no. Honestly doesn't offend me if you vote yes or vote no. I appreciate it if you vote. Just gives me a better idea if you find some value there, right? So SGA under on his player points. Again, someone has $3,600 posted on NoVig. They want the minus 120. Circa's taking $525. Pinnacle's taking $500. Pretty much the same. It's nice to see now that Circa's, you can see their limits here as well. So you can get this at the same odds range over on a Kambi Sportsbook, right? If you were good with the 10-cent rule, you could get this on ProfitX. You could get this on NoVig. You could get this at a good price on DraftKings. Not bad at minus 124. FanDuel at minus 128. There's a lot out there. So I want to find out how limited I am on my Sugar House account. So I'm going to log in right now, guys. I do want to bet SGA under on his player points. I hope that the stream's not really lagging or any buffering issues are happening for you guys. That's really my goal. I hope that does not happen because I'm obviously going to be here in Pennsylvania for the next 10 days. All right, so over here on Sugar House, guys, again, this is just like Bet Rivers, no different. Didn't throw in a ton of money because I wasn't sure how limited I was, so I got about $250. And we're going to look for some over-unders here. The under 30.5 at minus 120. Again, I would love to maybe bet, let's just go 120 to make 100. Will they let me do that? No, but they'll let me bet $91, and that's not bad. That's okay. I'm all right with that. So I'll take this for $91, courtesy of the Sharp Money tool. SGA under 30.5 points. So we grab that one. Okay. Courtesy of the Sharp Money tool. If you guys do live in Pennsylvania or you come to visit Pennsylvania, Sugar House, it's a great option. It's one that I definitely use quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let me make sure, let me pull this up here. There we go. All right. Appreciate that, Orty. Appreciate that, man. Hopefully you're having a strong day. So let's head over to the EV. Well, first, we'll make sure we don't neglect our arbitrage bettors, right? Arbitrage folks. This would be the time that I would be looking to arbitrage bet because a lot of player props, a lot of NBA, decent slate of NBA games, and that's where about 90% of our arbs come from. So, this is where you can hit up a Mark Williams on a Sportsino, a lot of Sportsino plays, right? NoVig and MGM, Filipowski. There's only $81 here on NoVig. This is a low amount of money here, guys. So if you're going to grab this play, I would grab the NoVig side first. Yeah, Irish, we do have to choose your boost at FanDuel. I think I took the like the 50% boost. I can't remember, but there is a choose your boost on FanDuel. For my Dub Club people, we have a lot of NHL anytime goal scorers. Hopefully you guys were able to grab some of that. I think there's 5 picks, total that I shared on Dub Club. And we'll look to see if we can find a few more before the puck drops. Or he says, working on an extension that displays Kalshi American odds. Love that, man. That's incredible. Woo, what's this? Oh, yeah, overtime. Had someone ask me, but I think Ben asked me about this before. I haven't. Let me know, guys, if anyone's signed up with overtime yet. New book that was added to the OddsJam library. My recommendation, guys, with any of these books, like an overtime or like a Bracco, always tread softly when you're signing up with these books. They're smaller books, smaller operations. I would not try to dump thousands of dollars into these books because I don't, you're taking a leap of faith. So even if that means you have to miss out on some of the sign-up bonuses, throw in $100, place a couple bets, maybe execute a withdrawal, see if they pay you out. Because here's what my biggest concern is. You go and dump like $1,000 into overtime, and then, I don't know, God forbid, maybe they don't pay you out the full withdrawal amount, right? Yeah, when it comes to these new books, guys, I always am very cautious in terms of the amount of money that I'm going to put down there. So maybe you put down $50, $100, place a couple of bets, do a test the withdrawal system, right? Because in my mind, I'm always like, I'm sure they'll pay, but if I lose this money, are you okay losing that money? So that's how I'm always, but I would love to hear from anyone in here if you've used overtime yet, how it's been going for you. Definitely Irish, definitely need it. Definitely need it. God, we need it. So, okay. Arbitrage, guys, it's pretty straightforward, right? Pick the books that you have accounts with, set up your percentage, figure out what's worth it to you, what's worth your time. I would stick to main markets and player props, and then I wouldn't go after any alt markets, and then that's pretty much it. So the EV tool, let's take a look at the NHL anytime goal scorers. Shared this video in the past. It's a pretty simple, straightforward filter. 3 results right now, and at the moment, what I show is too low of an edge. None of these plays meet the criteria that I would actually go and bet these. Now, if you have a boost on FanDuel, right? Okay, throw Johnston, throw Robertson. That's an SGP, right? They're both on the stars. So, okay. But at the moment, I would say nothing that I really see that I particularly care for. We'll come back to this in a little bit later. Check it out. Let's take a look. It's not a huge college basketball slate tonight, but let's get into college hoops, and then we can just spend a lot of time with the NBA. All right, so college hoops. What do we got here? I am not set up on Poly Market. I believe I have an account, but I don't have any money in there yet, so I'm not placing anything just yet. Towson at -113. Money line, you can see Circus taking $3K. Pinnacle's only taking $1,500. The day, and obviously I'm using Bookmaker at the moment. The days, guys, especially when it comes to college basketball, when it comes to mainline markets, money line spreads, totals, stop using Pinnacle as your one-stop shop, as your main sharp sports book. Pinnacle doesn't take nearly as much action as a Bookmaker and a Circuit. And there's a really big reason why, guys. Remember, Pinnacle, if you live in the United States, you can't bet over at Pinnacle. So a lot of the college basketball American bettors aren't betting at Pinnacle because they can't. So the limits are lower because Pinnacle's clientele is Canada and in Europe. And college basketball is not as popular in those countries as it is in America. So the Circa, where you can bet this in America, Bookmaker, you can bet college hoops on this book if you're an American resident. That's why their limits are higher. That's why you want to lean there, because that's where all the Americans go to bet college hoops outside of your rec books, right? But if you're a professional sports bettor living in America, who cares about Pinnacle? You can't bet there. So that's why Circa and Bookmaker, they take higher limits. These are the books that you want to focus your time on. And don't leave out BetOnline. Take a look at BetOnline's limits as well. So I like that play on Towson. Obviously, I'm going to be looking a little bit more towards these exchanges because I want to see what's up, right? That's what I want to see. So I'm just going to open up. I don't have my typical 3 monitors set up, but I'm still fine. Got a 2 monitor setup over here. I'm going to log in over here on Bookmaker. And I just want to take a look at this main plus 14.5. Before I go bet this on Novig, I want to see, I see what Circa's limits are, 2,200. And again, I like to bet point spreads a little bit more, guys, when it comes to college hoops. A little bit more. So main plus 14.5. Bookmaker has this at minus 114 odds. They're taking $1,100. So honestly, excuse me, I would lean a little bit more Circa here as the sharp. And this isn't very good to no vig. It's not great. So I'm just going to bypass this one altogether. Let's refresh the page here. And knowing this, like, I'm okay even too, guys, if you want to go with Circa instead. Like, totally cool with me if you want to do that, right? And if I just want to drill down into, let's just say, point spreads, right? I could do that as well. Really simple. Now I'm just going after point spreads with a lot of, with some value here. App State minus 2.5. Circa's taking $6,800. Let me see what Bookmaker's taking. Looking at minus 2.5 on Appalachian State. They're taking almost $11,000. Okay, so that's really good. It's okay on no vig. It's not bad, but I'll bet this. There's only $320, so I'm cool with that. So I should be over here. App State -2.5. It's been a minute since I've used no vig. Not gonna lie. They're taking on who? James Madison. All right, -2.5 is -109. Yeah, that's not good anymore. That's not good. Not good at all. So we don't want that. Not in on that one. All right. Unfortunately, that play just disappeared. So let's refresh this once more. Again, I could also just switch this back over to Bookmaker because I think at times Bookmaker does take more. Circa or Bookmaker, guys, you really can't go wrong. Whoever wants Cal State Fullerton, go ahead and grab that. Let's look at Portland State -3 at home. Circa's taking about $3,300. Pinnacle's taking $3,000. They're not too far off in their pricing. But again, I do go through every play. I just don't bet these plays, guys, just like blindly taking them. I definitely take a look and check to see where's the liquidity at. Even if it's only $50 here, still worth it. So Portland State -3, they're taking $5,500. I'm in on that. So we're looking at Portland State -3 over here on, and if you guys want to beat me to the punch, by all means, go ahead and do so. Profit X. Verified. Nice to see. And let's see what we got here. We're looking at the -3. There it is, $52. I'll grab that. Confirm it. And there we go. We're in. $52. It's matched. +104 odds. Taking Portland State tonight. Obviously, we're getting this at +103 odds if the play wins. So I'll type this in at +103. Again, use the OddsJam bet tracker. Again, guys, I just don't tell you to place a bet something. I bet it myself. So there's a lot of plays here that I could go through and grab. But, there we go. There we go. I'm very excited about that. Now, once we get below 2%, I'm kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about it. Youngstown State and Wright State, there's $88 here. Only $1,500 by Pinnacle. Circa doesn't have at least odds posted for this one right away. So let's see what we have over here on Bookmaker. Youngstown State, Wright State. Youngstown State +4.5. Bookmaker is at, -108 because it'll reduce fig. There's $11,000. So again, guys, a really big reason why I take Bookmaker. Like, look, Pinnacle's taking $1,500, okay? Over here, you could see that Bookmaker's taking almost $11,000. That's a massive amount of difference in terms of a confidence in a sportsbook's odds and what they're taking compared to everybody else. So definitely something that I pay attention to when I'm placing my bets. So let me grab my Profit X page. And we're going to go over here and grab this Youngstown State +4.5. +4.5. I will grab the full $88. Again, call me the big bad wolf. But we'll go ahead and grab Youngstown State +4.5. And we get that for $88. And so there's a couple plays. This is how I kind of evaluate. Again, the liquidity's low. Bookmaker was taking, 9x the amount of money that was over there. And so, love it. Love it, love it, love it. +103 odds, $88, Youngstown State. There it is. So that's a little bit of how I would kind of go through my process with some of these exchanges, especially for college hoops. Let's take a look at some NBA player props. And let's start off with FanDuel as the sharp sportsbook. What do we got? Okay, so what we have here is obviously, depending on where you live, guys, there's going to be a little difference in terms of, the sports books and what we have available. I appreciate it, Anton. Yeah, I definitely have to take advantage of it. It's something I don't think I've really mentioned many times on these streams, but the reason, guys, for college sports that you want to go and use Bookmaker as your sharp or Circa as your sharp is because Pinnacle doesn't offer that. You can't bet in America with Pinnacle. They're American college sports. So Pinnacle's clientele is more interested in betting in the NBA and soccer. They're not interested in betting American college football, American college basketball. So all the Americans that want to bet college sports professionally, if you don't want to get limited, you would use a bookmaker or a Circa because that's where you can get your action down. So they take higher limits to Pinnacle based off of just the clientele. That's how it kind of goes. So Al Horford here. I do open these plays up just to see if any other sports books offering plus 100 odds. Nobody is. SportsZeno is. I gotta get my limit game going on here with SportsZeno because I'm not limited yet on SportsZeno, but I definitely need to get limited because this is just too good of a play to pass up. So I'm gonna log in over here on SportsZeno. Obviously, I'm not gonna wager $940. Hell, I don't even have $940 in the account. Probably got about $700 to $800, but this is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So again, guys, with SportsZeno, for those of you that aren't limited yet, really, really good book. Come over here. The green here, guys, this is like your actual like a balance that you're going to want to go after. And then you can do a couple things. We can go USA. I can go to the NBA. And then we'll just scroll down here to the Warriors-Knicks game. And then you can just go to player specials. And it should be here on threes. 3-pointers over under, go to the Warriors. Al Horford at plus 100 odds. I don't know. I'm probably going to get limited here at some point. I'd like to bet 250. Let's see if they'll give that to me. They do. So that's awesome, guys. Very happy with that Al Horford play. Again, I understand that nobody wants to get limited on the sports books, but at some point you have to pull the trigger and start betting. You have to start making some money. And so obviously I can have a field day with the rest of the money in this account betting SportsZeno. Let's take a look at Josh Hart. This is at Bet 105. Let's look at the over 5.5 assists. Let's click into FanDuel. Let's see what we got going on here. A lot of movement from FanDuel here. Love seeing this movement here, guys. Now, we got a little movement from Pinnacle moving upwards, but this is incredible movement. They were at minus 122 about an hour ago. They're now at minus 156. So for those of you that don't have Bet 105, definitely check them out. Also, guys, if you do have questions, like I try to go back and forth because I only have one monitor over here, so I'm can see the comments from time to time, but I have to go back and forth. So I'm going to head over to Bet 105. God, I hope this is out there. Josh Hart over 5.5 assists. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So let me see what we got over here. Again, if you guys have not signed up at Bet 105, they typically copy Pinnacle's odds. This time they're a little further off. I got to get the authorization code, so let me grab that. Use code BILLYC on your first deposit of $100. You'll receive a $50 free bet. It's a 1x rollover. That means you're going to have to wager $150, and then you can withdraw your funds. So it's a great sports book. I use them all the time when I'm going after Pinnacle, right? Because I can't bet into Pinnacle here in America, but I can over there. So because it's technically an offshore sports book, guys, I'm not going to showcase me placing the wager in front of you. YouTube doesn't like that for the algorithm. Let's look at player props. Total assists, Josh Hart over 5.5. It's there. Max wager's $400. Good golly. I'm going to take a little bit less, but we're going to go a 250 spot here. I'm just going to risk 250. This is fantastic. Again, guys, the sharp books, anybody can catch it. Market's temporarily suspended. Oh, don't break my heart like this. We need this play. This play is elite. I'm just going to kind of try to keep coming back over here and betting this. Just submit the bet. Check back in a few moments. Trust me, Anton. Trust me when I say if you just keep betting SportsZeno, it'll work out for you. It'll work out. You'll get them. Don't worry about that. So if you're losing over there to them, hopefully they're just going to let you keep wagering more and more money. All right, so we got obviously a lot of SportsZeno plays. So like this is where like this Simons play, this is a lot of liquidity. This is a high amount of liquidity on Profit X. Circa and Pinnacle are taking $500, $525. You could do a couple options here on this Simons play. Number one, we could first take a look to see if there's any line movement. So like there's a lot of line movement here from FanDuel recently, guys. Like very, very recent. Like I'm talking like a minute ago. FanDuel was at minus 104 17 minutes ago. They moved to minus 115. So this actually would tell me, yo, I'm actually okay maybe betting this. This is now an ARB over here to FanDuel. So maybe I'm okay with sprinkling this play a little bit because FanDuel moved back now. They were at minus 115, back to minus 111. This is still an ARB to FanDuel. Or no, it's not. It's 1 cent off of a low hold. You could just totally bypass this play, right? Don't play it at all. Or if you wanted to, I'm okay with taking a little bit on Simons, right? If it's a little bit too much for you, no problem. You could take his PRA. We could take a look to see if there's any movement. Again, some movement here from FanDuel. Maybe I'll take Simons over on his PRA instead of just his points. And let me grab this. Appreciate everyone voting on the poll. 62% of yins said that, yes, you want to see more exchange prediction market content out of 21 voters. Appreciate everyone that voted. So duly noted. We will make sure that we get some more of that out there. Okay. Let's go over here to the NBA. Did they just move this? Yeah, the better play right now would be on... I don't even know if it would be any good anymore, to be honest with you. It's plus 110. Got to refresh this page right now. Might not be worth it. Yeah, not the case. That kind of disappeared, which stinks. Let me try Josh Hart out one more time. I will not give up on you, Josh Hart. The odds moved to 112. That's fine. Cool with me. I'm still okay with it. Now the market's still temporarily unavailable. Damn. Would love that. Okay, let's get back to it. I could definitely get some more bets in on Sportsino, but for the rest of yins that are looking for something, George, rebounds and assists, not a market that is offered by Pinnacle. So FanDuel's the book that I would use here. George under 10.5. This is an ARB to FanDuel. This is obviously BetMGM. If you wanted to put this on a better slip, cool with me. DraftKings pick 6, cool with me. Underdog, cool with me. Even PrizePicks is not offering this right now, but definitely like this. But what we want to see is line movement from FanDuel. That's what we really want to see. And God, I love it when I say something and it actually happens. Look at this movement from FanDuel. 30 minutes ago, it was over here. Now it's down here. So that's serious movement, guys, from the largest recreational book in America that takes the largest limits out of all the rec books in America. Definitely something there. You see movement like that. Go, 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 go. I have all of my confidence in this play. It can still lose, but I have a lot more confidence in this play compared to some others. That's for sure. For sure. So George under 10.5 rebounds and assists at MGM. Understand if most of yins are limited over there, but try to maybe get this somewhere else if you can. Parlay play, OG, a couple different OG plays you can go after. Again, guys, there's so much value on Sportsino. I think another way, this is really just for my Sportsino people. If you want to try to extend the life of your account, I would just play a lot of SGPs or just traditional parlays. Even with SGPs, you know you're going to get a slightly reduced price. It's not going to be as good. But these plays are so off on Sportsino, and it's so plus EV. Even with that SGP, correlation price reduction, right, that they're going to nerf you, it's still going to be an EV parlay. That's really the cool thing with Sportsino is they're so far off that you're getting such an incredible discount or a great value that even once they add in their correlation on SGPs, you're still going to have a plus EV parlay. And that's how you can really extend the life of the account. Shade and Sharp, player assist, $50. I'm interested in maybe grabbing this over on Novig. Let's take a look at FanDuel. Over 3.5 assists. Bingo. Look at this, boys and girls. Look at that. FanDuel dropping off a cliff. Pinnacle also following suit. As you can see here on this purple line, within the last 10 or 15 minutes, they're moving as well. So two sharp sports books are moving in a similar direction. You can go over to MGM, or for myself, I'm going to do everything I can to grab the last $50 at Novig. If you have Novig, it's a race. Ready, set, go. I got to refresh my page. Sharp over 3.5 assists. Let's see. $27 is out there. That's cool with me. I'll take the 27 bucks. Come on. There we go. There we go. Only $27? I don't give a rat's ass. That's solid. Very solid play on no vig. I'll take that all day long. Now, something else that you can do, right? Something else that I'm more than happy to do. And we've talked about this before in streams, guys, but I'll show this to you in real time so that you can see this. Obviously, FanDuel's moved in a big direction. Pinnacle's following suit, right? I got a little bit of shade and sharp. Well, what if I wanted to actually go ahead and just create this play, right? I really want this play. I want to make this market. I want this over. So maybe I want it at plus 139. So it says I'm offering the under 3.5. If you get filled, I get the over 3.5, right? And maybe I go ahead and throw 200 bucks on this. And I really want this play. Again, creating markets. You got to try to go ahead and create some markets. Now, my order might not get filled, right? But I'm still receiving a really solid price that I'm very happy on. And so over here, you can see that, you know, obviously offering the under at minus 139. Look at who has the best price right now. Hi, it's me. I'm the guy that posted it right now. I'm offering an incredible price on the under because I love this over. Really like this over. So in case I get this order filled, right, I'll go back over here. But I don't think enough of yins really go out there and create markets. I don't feel like that's the case, right? Where enough of yins actually go out there and say, you know what, I got my 30 bucks on no vig and that's it. No, go create markets. Try to get this order filled and who knows? It might. Like this game doesn't start until 10 o'clock Eastern tonight, which is in, 2 hours and change. Why not give it a shot? Why not give it a shot? All right, so we're really just having a great time DVigging to FanDuel. If you guys are finding any of this content valuable or insightful, please smash that subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. Share this with a friend that sucks at sports betting because we can definitely help get them on the fast track to profitability. No doubt about that. Using a data-driven sports betting approach. And by all means, guys, if you want to try OddsJam 1 week for free, use code Billy35. You're going to get a 1 week free trial and then 35% off your first month. We are in the best time of the sports betting season, man. We got a few more months of it being just like absolutely tits. It's going to be tits for a couple more months, and you definitely want to have a software. This is how you make money sports betting. This is how you do it. So let's head over and let's double check a couple things. Number one, let's give Josh Hart another college try here. See if I can get it on Bet 105. Dying to get some Josh Hart here. Can we get it? Maybe I got to refresh the page. They won't let me do it. Let me refresh the page here. And then we're going to take a look at NHL anytime goal scorers. And then we'll come back and look at Pinnacle as the sharp book. No, they're still not letting me do the Josh Hart play. All right, no problem. All right, let's get back over here to some anytime goal scores to see if anything's really changed. 4 results. Not really. Pasta snuck in here, but it's not high enough EV. So, again, I really would consider, guys, anything that's 1.5% EV edge or higher, that's in consideration. 3% EV edge or higher for this market, I automatically bet. Anything that's under 3% to 1.5%, I give it a very strong consideration. So nothing there yet. All right, let's take a look at Pinnacle and see what's up. Yeah. What do we got? Okay. Wemby, double-double. Şengün, double-double. Excuse me. I would imagine this is just a Sportzino play. Yeah, it's just Sportzino. Let's look at Bobby Portis on FanDuel. This is an ARB to Pinnacle, so that already meets my criteria like something I want to bet. The under 5.5 here, yo, that's what I'm talking about. 3 minutes ago, Pinnacle dropped off a cliff. They were at plus 102. They're now at minus 115. You want to race your keister over right now to FanDuel. I'm going to log in, and we're going to hit this Bobby Portis play under 5.5 boards up. ARB to Pinnacle, guys. Pinnacle just moved a lot. I love how FanDuel's like, hey, we'll send you a code, and your computer's good for 14 days. And then like 2 hours later, it does the same thing. Let's see. Okay. Got a little bit of money, not a ton of money. Bobby Portis under on his rebounds. Let's go to games. Spurs, Bucks. Alt under 5.5 is at plus 100. No. Where's the regular rebounds at? No, it's at plus 102. They've already moved, guys. It's already gone. But I can get this at no vig for like 26 bucks. All right. Or I can get this on Sugar House. I'll go to, or maybe Props Builder. Props Builder or Sugar House. What does 110 look like? 110's very good. So again, guys, Pinnacle moved. Now FanDuel's moving. So this is confirmation that this is a bet you got to go. So I'll go over to Props Builder and grab this on like, I don't know. I'll go to Bet DSI and hit this up. Now I want to make sure, I want to check back in with the chat because I haven't checked it in a minute. But I'm going to go over to Bet DSI right now, guys. I'm going to grab this Bobby Portis play. No, Props Builder just removed it. All right, we got to go to Sugar House. Go to Sugar House. Obviously, guys, there's 3 different sports books now that's moved on this play. This is incredible. Even if I can only get like a couple dollars here. Really, really good. Bobby Portis, just, I don't know. Give me whatever you can give me. 34 bucks, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, shit, I can't. Yeah. 34.24. All right. At least I got $34, right? That'll buy me a couple beers at the bar. Like, it's not great, but I'll take whatever I can get. And that's okay. It's all right. Good price over at Sugar House on the Canby Sportsbooks. Bobby Portis under at plus 112 odds for $34 and change. Can't remember what it was. 34.24. Okay, there we go. That was really good. But again, when you see Pinnacle moves, and this is just, again, guys, another great example of line movement from sharp books. Pinnacle moves, FanDuel moves, then Props Builder removes the whole thing, right? You can't even bet the under anymore. This is kind of how you want to go about it, right? Got about 60 people right now on the stream, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you're getting some plays. You're kind of learning a little bit more about sharp sports betting. We got Mark Williams over here. Again, these are a lot of Canby plays. Arb to Pinnacle looks really good. Let's take a look at this over here. It's a little bit more of a long shot underdog. Pinnacle's moving a lot. Again, recent movement. We love that. Can I get, what else do we got? We got Pajemski on his points. Let's see if Pinnacle's moved at all on this. Yeah, they've moved recently, right? So obviously Canby moved about an hour ago. FanDuel was following similar suit, but all of a sudden Pinnacle's starting to move in a downward area. I like the Mark Williams play a little bit more than Pajemski. De'Aaron Fox under on assists, under 5.5. Again, minus 130. Good movement from Pinnacle. Little bit of movement from FanDuel. Right? I'm all right with this. We could bet this at DraftKings if you wanted to get this on DraftKings, guys, at minus 101. Onyx, DraftKings. Cool with me. I'm going to go over to No Vig. I'll grab some De'Aaron Fox under 5.5 assists. Oh, let's go, guys. You see this shit? Let's go. Got it matched. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Love to see that. So we had 2 sharp books moving in one direction, and we already got filled. I can't even spit this out. This is incredible. Oh, fantastic. All right, so let's look at this De'Aaron Fox play. Oh, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Love that. Love that. Love that. All right, so we're looking at assists, Fox under 5.5. Minus 103. Not nearly as good, but it's still fine. Minus 103. I'll take this for, it says 260. I mean, I'll go in for, I'll leave 100. I'll leave 50 out there for anyone that wants it. I'll go 103 to get that $100 payout. There we go. We're in on Fox at under 5.5 at -103. No vig. There we go. That was insane. So we get this at -103 odds. Love that. Got some no vig value there. Cool, cool, cool. All right, what else do we got here? Curry under on his points tonight. This is an arb to pinnacle. Okay. All right. Good amount of movement there. FanDuel's a little bit of a discrepancy here. I will say that. FanDuel seems to be the only book that's kind of on this over. I might stay away from that one. Little hesitant. I mean, it's an arb to pinnacle, and I do like the movement. Normally, arb is the pinnacle. You're going to be in a good favor. I don't know maybe why I'm so hesitant on this play. It's just that FanDuel's kind of the only one that doesn't see it this way. So I'm probably going to hold off on it and just move to +103. Josh Hart. Oh, I wanted to bet his over 5.5 assists all day long. I mean, I still want this because from FanDuel's movement. FanDuel's gotten some just great movement there. I still want to bet this over due to FanDuel. Not really looking to bet the under. Still can't bet this, though. I don't know if any of you guys can actually bet this play on Hart. I can't. Either way. Pajemski on his threes. FanDuel. Canby Sportsbook. Over 1.5. What do we got? So, movement up here by FanDuel in the Canby books. Pinnacle just moved down quite a bit. Quite a bit. Nice, Antoine. Nice to hear that. Appreciate you shouting that one out. So I'm going over to FanDuel here, guys, to bet this over on Pajemski on his threes. Let's hit this up. Let's see. We're looking at what? 132? I can't bet what I want to bet, but that's all right. We'll go 2+ here. See what we got. 132. Well, that's a pretty good amount. I can only do, we'll do a 150 spot here. That's fine by me. All right, so we get that at +132 in Pajemski. Again, my thought process is, listen, if FanDuel has the same prices as Canby, Canby is a soft-ass sports book. You can beat the wheels off of them. So I have no problem in this example going after FanDuel here, right? Sometimes we don't want to do that. In this case, I don't mind that at all. So we get a good price there in Pajemski. And we're just getting paid out more than what we should, guys. That's what this kind of comes down to. For those of you that are like, why are you betting on an underdog that has a 45.5% chance? Because we shouldn't be receiving odds of +132. We should be getting odds of around +120. So we're getting better odds, which is value to us when this bet wins, right? And we're talking about slightly worse than a flip of a coin here. So it's not all that bad. Almost a 6% edge according to Pinnacle. I'm cool with that one. Man, we were just rifling through plays on the stream. Hopefully you guys are finding some value. Tomorrow we'll be back to a normal 2-stream day type of event. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, I'll be streaming. We'll open that chat up to everybody. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, we'll be streaming again. So 2 streams tomorrow, guys. We're definitely going to be looking ahead tomorrow's streams to the NFL slate of games, some player props for the NFL. And, get that kind of locked and loaded, ready to go. And we'll be looking ahead with some college hoops as well. Questions, guys, please do not hesitate to DM me or email me. I know what it's like when you're starting out sports betting. Ask the questions. No question is dumb. Just ask. I'd rather you ask than not. But appreciate you guys hanging with me. Probably going to go hang out with Dad and grab a couple cold beers. Take it easy. If nothing else, guys, enjoy your Thursday evening. Enjoy all the sports. And we'll talk to you guys first thing in the morning at 9 a.m. All right, guys, have a good one.